So another job I was going to do this winter was to take the silencer off the Westfield and have a go at repacking the exhaust and give it all a good clean up. Yeah, so getting it off is not as simple as I thought it'd be. Trying to slide it off of here, it's tight as anything, so I've squirted a bit of WD in there and I just keep twisting it. I've actually undone these Allen bolts and I thought this end cap would have come off really, but even that's not budging, so I think it's going to be a bit of a job to get the can apart, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So it came off at the end, lots of twisting and pulling, just clean that up a little bit, but I suppose it should be a nice tight fit anyway. So now I've got to work out how to get this end can off to remove the baffle. I'm going to first try just gently tapping it because it's such a tight fit around here, but we'll see how we get on. Yeah, so that seems to be working, just a gentle tap. There we go. And it's out. What have we got? Got a tiny bit of wadding. I'm assuming there should have been a bit more. Oh yeah, there's some more in there. Pull it out and have a look. Some steel wool. And that, maybe that is what was rattling around, I don't know. So that's inside the can. You can see the cat at the bottom. Everything looks okay in there. It all seems pretty secure. Nothing that's going to rattle. So I think it must have been that lot. So here's the inside then. As I say, I don't know much about these, but the Acoustafil I've bought is just like a white foamy sheet, a bit like what's on the outside. But I haven't got any of this steel wool. So I was planning on just going to wrap this in the new Acoustafil sheeting, put some metal bands around and slide it all back in. But I reckon this could have been the problem anyway. Certainly isn't right. So let's give it a go. We'll clean it all up and fit the new stuff. So the wife's just popped out to wash the car, so I thought I'd bring this inside and do it on the table. So just to show you, as I said, the length of the silencer was 600mm by 150 wide. And on the Demon Tweaks website, there's a calculator to work out how much Acoustafil you need. So I estimated 2 350mm by 1 metre lengths would be enough to do the width, roughly like that, and then a metre's worth to wrap it round the baffle. But I forgot that it's got the cat inside, which goes up to, well, you can see actually by the heat discoloration, goes up to about there. So there's only actually this much of baffle that needs Acoustafil round it. So to be honest, I mean, that's 350 to there, and I guess it wants to tuck inside a bit. So I'm probably only going to use half of this. So I would estimate that's about, I don't know, if you said 400mm, that would be over. So the baffle is just over 400mm-ish. And that will give you an idea of how much you would need in length. And then I'll work out when I do it how much we need to wrap it round the baffle. So one thing I've just noticed, I've unrolled this, as I say, it's 1 metre long by 350 wide. So I'm thinking if I was to cut it in half, so I have 2 500mm pieces, and then that would do the length of this, and then wrap or roll this way. So if this went round a couple of times around that baffle, and then I used the other half and went round again, and then secured it with these 4 bandage straps, 1 at each end and 2 in the middle, I think that would be spot on. So I think that's the plan. So there we are, all wrapped up. That's how much I'd left. So I did use both of those rolls in the end. I ended up doing it in 2 parts. So one roll came to about here, and then I infilled it with a offcut and shoved it up the top, and then went right round on the outside. So it's just fairly loosely wrapped. See the baffle inside there. And that is well within the sort of outer diameter. So it should just slot straight back in the can. I was just reading online trying to get some advice on how tight to wrap it. I didn't realise it actually says that it's got a low temperature melting point. So there's a layer inside this that when it gets hot, that disappears or burns off and allows this to expand so it fills any voids inside the can. They're quite clever stuff really, so fingers crossed it works and it sounds nice. Right, let's go and put it back in the silencer. So there we go. Bit of a cold start, it's a little bit smoky, and also it's burning off all that stuff inside the can. But yeah, it's back on. Sounds quite nice. Look forward to getting it all back ready, tidying up the garage and getting it back out. So look forward to some drive soon.